What's up, ballers? We are here with a little bit of a different video today. So if you really follow the basketball gaming community at all, you know that a lot of people are talking about NBA Live 18. So to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, NBA Live was the basketball franchise during most of the 2000s leading up to, I believe, 2009 when 2K actually passed NBA Live in sales. After that, NBA Live was just on a straight downward spiral. They were crashing in sales. There were a couple years where they didn't even make the game. In 2011, they didn't release the game. In 2016, they had their worst sales, possibly one of the biggest flops of all time with NBA Live 16. Sold 9,000 copies in the United States. So after that, they didn't even release NBA Live 17. There were rumors about it being released, and I think a lot of people had their hopes up that EA was going to improve, and they decided to put it off until NBA Live 18. So there's been a lot of rumors about what's going to be coming in NBA Live 18, and they actually flew a bunch of YouTubers out to California to check out the new game. They had a huge event, had guys like Shake and Bake, Uber YouTuber, TD Barrett, lots of other YouTubers that were there to check out the game, and we've actually got some gameplay, so I'm going to give you guys my live reaction to the gameplay, and then we're going to talk about some reasons I'm excited for the game and some things that also have me worried about the game. Alright, so right here you guys can see some gameplay that they've released. We've got Victor Oladipo getting blocked by DeAndre Jordan, LeBron posterizing Al Horford maybe? I don't know. James Harden with a step back on Danny Green, waving his 3 sign around. And Giannis Antetokounmpo with the Euro step and the jam. Russell Westbrook celebrating. And we got Kyrie Irving going to the basket as well. Got a couple different angles. That's it for the gameplay that we had the opportunity to look at. So it's not a lot of gameplay. Obviously, they're trying to keep everything under wraps. But I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion, because even though I know that those YouTubers that went out to LA are going to be honest, it's really hard to be unbiased whenever EA is paying for you to fly out there. They're giving you a loot box. They're letting you get a first look at the game. So I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion, things that I'm excited about and things that I'm worried about. So we're going to start off with things that I'm excited about. Number one, you can't get any worse than NBA Live 16. If you just look at this graphics comparison, it's obvious that there are miles of difference. 2K is just so much better, and 2K has actually improved significantly even since NBA 2K16. So one of the big things that EA is going to need to do in order to improve from NBA Live 16 is make those graphics different. That's probably one of the biggest things that people are going to look at when they're deciding between the two games. And you can see from the new screenshots that we have that there's definitely been a massive improvement of the graphics of the players in the game. The next reason I'm excited about NBA Live 18 is because of this list of features that we already have looking at the game. So the first little section is kind of stuff we already know about what's going to be in NBA Live 18, because it'll probably be in NBA 2K18. But looking at some of the bullet point features, on offense, use the dribble system to catch your defender out of position, while on defense, use the new skill-based counter move to stay in front of the ball handler to direct pace and tempo. So one of the things that I found annoying in NBA 2K17 is the fact that basically if you can use your defender to bump into the person handling the ball, it automatically slows them down, which isn't incredibly realistic, especially for players like LeBron, who just basically barrel through the defense. So it looks like that aspect of the game is going to be changed in NBA Live 18, which is going to be good. Also, shout out to Uber YouTuber. I've taken some screenshots from his video, so I'm going to be linking his video as well as a bunch of the other guys that headed out to California down in the description, so you should definitely check out those guys as well. Next on the bullet points, experience on-ball defense with controls and responsiveness to stay with the ball carrier and cut off the drive through skill-based timing windows. So that goes more into what I was talking about, how with 2K17, basically you can just bump into the other player and automatically slow them down, so it looks like it's going to be more skill-based defense, which is going to make the game more realistic. Next, we got use your size and strength to blow by your man, going into what I was talking about more, protect the basket or score down low. And I think another thing that they're going to be working on a lot is big man post moves. So there was a little bit of a limitation playing with big men. Now obviously they had post moves in NBA 2K17, but there are also a lot of improvements that could have been made. It looks like those are going to be happening in NBA Live 18. And then one big thing they're definitely focusing on with those last 2 bullet points is the signature finishes, signature moves, signature animations of different players. So that's something we definitely saw in the gameplay video. The James Harden step back, you got the Giannis Antetokounmpo Euro step, you got the Kyrie Irving handles. So it looks like there are going to be a lot of player animations to make it a lot more realistic for specific players that have very definite moves in game. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And then the third reason that I'm excited about NBA Live 18 is just because of how amazing the graphics look in these screenshots. Looking at LeBron, this is one of the most realistic video game screenshots I've ever seen. Also got Steph Curry right there. You can tell that for the major players, they definitely hit the nail on the head, trying to get as accurate as possible with just about every aspect. There we go again with Russell Westbrook. Just looks extremely realistic. All the facial features are definitely on point. And you can see the new graphic system that they've implemented, even getting the unibrow right with Anthony Davis. So they are using the new Frostbite system that they used for FIFA 17, and that's definitely going to work to improve the game. One of the biggest things that people look at when purchasing a game is the graphics, so it's definitely going to help NBA Live's chances against NBA 2K18. Now, before we talk about reasons that I'm worried about NBA Live 18, I want to go ahead and say this is not meant to be an NBA Live 18 hate video. I would love for NBA Live 18 to succeed. I want to see the game do well because the better NBA Live does, the more NBA 2K has to work in order to try to keep up with them. The more competition we have between those two games, the better basketball video games are going to be. And as a basketball nerd, I want amazing basketball video games. So I hope that 2K comes out with a game like NBA Live Mobile next year that would bring some competition for NBA Live Mobile, because it kind of seems like EA is slacking off with that game because they don't really have any competition. So I just wanted to say that before we get started, and I hope that EA can fix these things because I would love to have an amazing NBA Live 18 game that could definitely match up to 2K. Now, more than likely, actually, almost certainly, NBA Live 18 will not pass 2K18. Simply because there are so many people that play NBA 2K18. There are YouTubers with millions of subscribers that play the game. It's just not going to happen in the first year. But if this is a good stepping stone for EA and NBA Live and their series, this could definitely be a move toward passing 2K sometime in the future. The first reason I'm worried about NBA Live 18 was because the gameplay footage that we got was so short. Now, there were probably 7 or 8 YouTubers that posted all the same gameplay footage, and each of them only got that little 27 or 28 second clip along with some screenshots to go along with it. Now, I understand they kind of want to keep the game under wraps and they just wanted us to get a taste, but part of me feels like the reason they made the gameplay so short is because they're worried that we won't think that it's good enough. And if that's the case, then there's definitely reason to be worried about NBA Live 18. Now, I could definitely be wrong on that one. It could just be that the game is so good that they want to keep it under wraps until EA Play, which every EA employee is hyping up. But I definitely think there's reason to be concerned that they've given us so little footage, especially considering how much people want previews of the game. The second reason, and probably the biggest reason that I'm worried about NBA Live 18, is because of these screenshots that I've taken throughout the gameplay video. Now, obviously, they're going to take the best possible gameplay that they can get and put it in this video because they want people to think that it is the best video game possible. But if you can find glitches with the gameplay that they've specifically picked to give out to so many people to see, then more than likely there are probably a lot of gameplay glitches that are hidden that we haven't seen yet. One of my biggest concerns is that the players' faces just kind of look like zombies. Like they look like they're undead or they just woke up or something. But they almost don't even look realistic, and in some of the pictures, the players' heads actually look way too small for their bodies. Like, we've got a Kyrie Irving picture coming up in a second here. If you look at that, that barely looks like Kyrie Irving, and his head looks tiny. And obviously, it's going to be easy to find glitches with games whenever you're just taking a first look at them, and you can pause at any moment in time, and it's easy to find a glitch. But if they've got this many different weird looking faces this early on in the gameplay footage, and we only got 28 seconds of their best possible footage, it does make me kind of worried about what is to come. So that is going to be it for my reaction to our first view of gameplay from NBA Live 18. Like I said, I would love for this game to be a huge success, to be a major competitor for 2K, because I play NBA Live Mobile, which is also developed by EA, and I think the better the two do, the better my channel's gonna do. So I say that selfishly, but I also want you guys to have the best possible game. So if you guys notice anything else in the game that you really liked from the footage, or anything else that you really didn't like, I know there are a lot of people out there talking about they didn't really think that the graphics looked that great. So I want your guys' honest opinions, and if you think I was wrong on some of it, definitely comment that down below. I would rather you comment why you think that I'm wrong than just hit the dislike button, just so I can talk about it more in the future. But that's going to be about it for this episode. I'm definitely going to be playing the game regardless of what it looks like whenever it comes out. So if you want to see gameplay when it comes out in the fall, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we're going to see if we can hit 400 likes on this video. And I will see you guys next time.